I want to talk about stress that happens out of procrastination. So, does it happen to you? You look at your long, big to-do list and you think to yourself, okay, this is really great. I'm really gonna work on this, but later. Even better, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm totally gonna do this. Yes. And then tomorrow comes and you don't do it. And does it happen to you? It sure happened to me over and over again, over many years. So why is this stressful? Because you kind of like caught in the middle. You really want to do it. You feel bad that you didn't do it. But then when you really want to do it, then you really don't want to do it. So you're like caught in between this thing. And then the next day comes and you repeat the same thing. And then the next week comes and you do the same thing. And just like never ending cycle. So yeah, so you know why is this happening? It is happening because you grew up in the environment where your victories were not celebrated. When whatever you were doing was not good enough. Whatever, you will do something and you say, look at me, look how great I'm doing. Nobody paid attention to this. It could be even worse. It could be that somebody in the family were jealous of your victories. And it could be that you actually got scolded for that. You were totally ignored. Like, oh yeah, okay, well, you got an A, big deal, whatever. And it could be also that you maybe had some family members, or even worse, like parents, who not just not celebrated your successes, but actually even punished you for that. For example, let's say you were singing in a song somewhere, and other people heard it and they said, oh my gosh, you have a great voice. But let's say someone in the family who you count as an authority, let's say your parent, said, no, you don't have a good voice at all, like you sucked, because they're jealous. And it happens a lot with with the narcissistic parents, or parents who do not support you in an emotional way, and in any other dysfunctional environment. So what you learned is that it's not that it's like you are not accepted the way you are. That's number one. Number two, when you express yourself and you allow yourself to be authentic, you're not loved. You actually scolded and punished for that. And you learn that success is a punishment. It is very painful. And especially when you, as a child, opening up and you find the courage to be authentic and you want to be seen and validated, and then they punish you by, let's say you are playing, you want to play something, or you want to draw something, and then they get jealous because, well, your drawing looks very nice, and then they take those pens away from you. You feel pain. You feel that, you're just not appreciated for who you are. So you learn that, success equals pain. How is this showing up now in your adult life? So let's say you have a goal, right? Such a big thing of you need to have a goal, and you need to write the steps, what you're going to do. You need to have your to-do list. And I love to-do lists and crossing things off, definitely. Now, will I always be successful of doing the things? No. So what would happen with me a lot of times? I will tell myself, okay, I'm going to do this, and this. And then I find some sort of distraction, like, I just don't feel right now to do so. I'm gonna go and watch one episode, some show on Netflix, and after I'm done with this, then I'm going to go do what I really want to do. Let's say write a book, right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write one chapter after I finish this episode. But then after one episode becomes 2 episodes, becomes 3 episodes, and then it's too late to do anything. Or for example, with exercises or anything that you give yourself as a goal that you can achieve, and you can achieve that, like you totally can go and do it. But I don't know, it's just something that's all of those distractions and all of this, and it could be that this procrastination is not happening at the beginning when you start the project. At the beginning, you like, oh my gosh, I'm fired up, I have so much passion, I'm going to do this is gonna work, I love this thing. And then the closer you come to achieving your dream, to accomplishing your goal, you start doing all of this thing that is just distraction, and you're trying to call somebody and you go somewhere, and then you do things that you're maybe not, we're not even planning on doing it. But now when you know there is a goal that you need to do this to-do list, then you want to find all kinds of ways how not to do that. And that's, this procrastination. And why well, when that's what used to happen to me, and it still happens sometimes, I feel like I'm caught in between two things. Like, I am not happy that I am not doing the things that I'm supposed to do, because I'm like, well, I promised myself I'm going to do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and then I don't do it. I find all those distractions. So then I feel like, oh my gosh, I disappointed myself. So it hurts my own trust for showing up for myself. Then I disappointed because I wanted to do this and now I don't. But at the same time, I don't want to do that. And what's happening is this. So when you grew up in the environment when you're not being allowed to be yourself, and you associate success with pain, all of this distraction that you're doing, it is self-soothing mechanism. Yes. Is that you are trying to prepare yourself for that pain that's going to happen at the end when you achieve the goal. When I read this somewhere, it blew my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like totally makes sense. So then it might be that you have a tendency of not finishing projects because you don't want to face the pain. And I know we're adults now, and it's like, well, this makes no sense. Of course I want to accomplish this. But all of this is sitting in your head because it reminds you how you used to be when you were a child. So, okay, so how do we fix this? Now, when we know what's going on, it's very important to give yourself enough confidence and trust, and build your own trust in yourself. And it's very important to write your list of your victories and celebrate those. So if you are not celebrated for how great you are, for your accomplishments and all of your achievements and all of those victories when you were a child, now it's time for you to do this. So start with writing down all the lists that you really enjoy doing it, that you're very good at, all the accomplishments, that no matter how big or small. And then read this every day and remind yourself how great you are, how accomplished you are, how many things you have done already. And then compare yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to yourself. Let's say, yourself to 10 years ago. Did you do more things now? Probably you did. Celebrate them. And then you will see that your to-do list, it will be not so daunting anymore to do. If you need more help, I will be very happy to coach you one-on-one. So go and schedule one-on-one consultation with me by going to my website, beamazingyou.com. See you there.